If disaster struck tomorrow and grocery stores were empty, would you and your family survive? Most people have maybe 3 days of food in their homes, but what if the crisis lasted weeks or even months? Today, we're revealing the 5 canned foods that could literally save your life. These aren't just random picks. Each one has been carefully selected for its nutritional power, versatility, and ability to keep you healthy when everything else falls apart. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to stock, why it matters, and how to build a survival pantry that actually works. Welcome to Crisis Horizon, where we help you prepare for the unexpected and face the future with confidence. If you're serious about protecting yourself and your loved ones, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss critical survival information that could make all the difference when it counts. Let's talk about why canned foods aren't just convenient, they're your survival insurance policy. When everything else fails, these sealed containers of nutrition become the difference between thriving and barely surviving. First, there's longevity. Canned foods are engineered to last. We're not talking about weeks or months, we're talking years. When stored properly in a cool, dry place, many canned goods remain safe and nutritious for 3 to 5 years, sometimes even longer. This extended shelf life means you can build a stockpile without the constant worry of spoilage or waste that plagues fresh food. Second, canned foods require zero cooking. Think about that for a moment. In a crisis where power grids fail, fuel becomes scarce, or cooking facilities are simply unavailable, you can open a can and eat. No preparation, no fire, no electricity, just immediate nutrition when you need it most. Third, nutritional retention. Unlike some preservation methods that strip away vitamins and minerals, canned foods retain most of their nutrients over time. You're not just filling your stomach, you're meeting essential dietary needs during the most stressful periods imaginable. And fourth, protection and portability. Canned foods are sealed against the world. Pests can't get in, insects can't contaminate them, rodents can't chew through them. They're easy to pack, easy to carry, and perfect for bug-out bags or evacuation scenarios. But here's the reality check most people miss. Having a pantry full of canned goods isn't enough if you don't understand what you're doing. Most survival pantries fail because people make 3 critical mistakes. They buy without a plan, grabbing whatever's on sale without considering nutrition or variety. They store improperly, leading to rust, degradation, and wasted money. And they forget about rotation, ending up with expired cans they never use. Smart stockpiling requires strategy. You need to understand how much food you actually need per person. That's roughly 2,000 calories per day for an adult. You need to balance variety with practicality, ensuring you don't just survive, but maintain morale with different flavors and textures. And you absolutely must implement a rotation system, using your oldest cans first and replacing them with fresh stock. 3 storage principles will preserve your investment. Keep everything cool, heat accelerates degradation. Keep everything dry, moisture causes rust and compromises seals. And keep everything organized. You can't use what you can't find. And chaos in a crisis is the last thing you need. One more thing before we dive into the top 5. You need manual can openers. Not 1, at least 2. Electric openers are useless when the power's out, and a broken manual opener with no backup means all those cans become decorative paper weights. Don't overlook the basics. Now, let's count down the top 5 canned foods that belong in every serious survival pantry. We're starting at number 5 and working our way to the undisputed champion. Number 5, canned tomatoes. You might think tomatoes are just for flavor, but there's so much more. These acidic powerhouses are packed with vitamin C and vitamin K, along with lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that actually becomes more bioavailable through the canning process. They're also rich in potassium and fiber while remaining low in calories. But the real magic of canned tomatoes is their versatility. They become the base for soups and stews, the foundation for pasta sauces, the body for chili and bean dishes. You can season them and eat them as a side dish, or use them to transform bland ingredients into something your family will actually want to eat. When meal fatigue sets in during a prolonged crisis, tomatoes are the ingredient that keeps your food interesting. Canned tomatoes typically last 12 to 18 months, often longer with proper storage. You'll find them in several forms. Whole peeled tomatoes are the most versatile, diced tomatoes are ready to use immediately, crushed tomatoes are perfect for sauces, and tomato paste gives you concentrated flavor when space is limited. Here's a pro tip. Choose canned tomatoes with no added salt or sugar. This gives you complete control over the final flavor of your dishes and helps you manage sodium intake, critical when water might be limited. Number 4, canned chicken. When you need protein in a survival situation, canned chicken delivers without compromise. Each 3-ounce serving provides about 21 grams of high-quality protein containing all the essential amino acids your body needs to function. Unlike many canned meats, chicken is remarkably lean, making it better for long-term health. Canned chicken typically lasts 2 to 5 years, often longer with proper storage. The versatility is impressive. You can eat it straight from the can if necessary, use it in sandwiches or wraps, add it to salads or casseroles, incorporate it into soups, or mix it with mayo for quick chicken salad. Why chicken over other canned meats? It's leaner protein, which matters when you're eating from cans day after day. The flavor is milder, making it easier to incorporate into various dishes without overwhelming other ingredients. And it's generally less expensive than canned beef or pork, allowing you to stock more for your budget. One consideration: canned chicken can be high in sodium. Look for low sodium options when possible, or rinse the chicken before use to reduce sodium content. And here's something most people throw away. Save the liquid from the can. It's essentially chicken broth and can be used for cooking rice, as a soup base, or to add flavor and moisture to other dishes. Number 3, canned mixed vegetables. Nutritional diversity becomes challenging in survival situations, but canned mixed vegetables solve this problem elegantly. A single can typically contains carrots, peas, corn, and green beans, providing you with vitamins A, C, and K, along with fiber and minerals like potassium and iron. The convenience factor is enormous. Instead of storing multiple types of vegetables separately, taking up precious space, one can gives you dietary variety. You can eat them straight from the can if needed, add them to soups and stews for bulk and nutrition, use them in casseroles, or simply heat them as a side dish. Most canned vegetables last 2 to 5 years when stored properly. When you're selecting what to stock, prioritize low sodium or no salt added varieties. This is especially important in survival situations where water might be limited and you need to control your salt intake carefully. And here's something most people throw away. Don't discard the liquid in the can. That liquid contains nutrients that leached from the vegetables during processing. Use it in soups or for cooking rice to add extra flavor and nutrition. Nothing goes to waste in a true survival situation. Number 2, canned fish, specifically salmon. While tuna often gets the spotlight, salmon deserves the top spot among canned fish for some compelling reasons. Each 3-ounce serving delivers about 22 grams of protein. But it's not just about protein. Salmon is extraordinarily rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial for brain and heart health, especially during stressful crisis situations. Salmon also provides vitamin D, which is notoriously hard to obtain from other foods, and becomes critical if you're sheltering indoors for extended periods of time. If you eat the soft bones included in canned salmon, and you absolutely should, you're getting an excellent source of calcium as well. Why choose salmon over tuna? The mercury content is significantly lower, making it safer for frequent consumption. The omega-3 content is higher, providing better long-term health benefits. Salmon tastes better cold, which matters immensely if you can't heat your food. And when you choose brands using sustainably caught salmon, you're getting higher quality fish. You can eat salmon straight from the can, mix it with mayo for a quick salad, add it to pasta dishes, use it as a protein topping for salads, or form it into salmon patties or burgers if you have the means to cook. Here's your pro tip. Opt for salmon packed in water rather than oil. It's healthier, and the liquid can be consumed for extra hydration and nutrients, 2 things you can't afford to waste in an emergency. And now, the number 1 canned food for survival: beans. If you could only stock one type of canned food, beans should be it. These humble legumes are absolute nutritional powerhouses that deliver everything your body needs to function under stress. A typical 15-ounce can contains about 230 calories, 14 grams of protein, and 12 grams of fiber. Beans are loaded with iron, magnesium, and potassium. The protein and fiber combination keeps you full and functional, providing sustained energy rather than quick spikes and crashes. But the versatility is what makes beans truly unbeatable.
You can eat them straight from the can when time is critical. Add them to soups and stews for bulk and nutrition, mash them for dips or spreads, use them as a base for veggie burgers if you're cooking, mix them with rice for a complete protein meal that delivers all essential amino acids. The possibilities are endless, and that matters when you're eating from your stockpile for weeks or months. Canned beans typically last 3 to 5 years, often longer with proper storage. The cost effectiveness is staggering. Beans are among the most affordable sources of protein and nutrients available. This makes them ideal for bulk stocking, allowing you to build a substantial reserve without emptying your bank account. Which varieties should you prioritize? Black beans are high in antioxidants. Kidney beans provide an excellent source of iron. Pinto beans are perfect for mashing and making spreads. And garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, are versatile across different cuisines and preparations. Here's your rotation strategy. Use the oldest cans first and replace them with new ones. Mark purchase dates on each can with a permanent marker so you always know what needs to be used next. This ensures nothing in your stockpile goes to waste. Now that you know the top 5, let's talk about putting this knowledge into action. Having information without implementation is useless when crisis strikes. Storage systems matter more than most people realize. The rule is simple: cool, dry, and dark. Heat accelerates chemical reactions that degrade food quality, moisture causes rust that compromises can integrity, and light can affect some nutrients over time. Find a spot in your home that maintains stable temperatures. A basement is ideal, but a closet away from exterior walls works too. Organization determines whether your stockpile is useful or just taking up space.
Implement a first-in, first-out system where new cans go to the back and old cans move to the front. This automatic rotation ensures you're always using the oldest stock first. Consider installing simple shelving that makes it easy to see what you have at a glance. Regular inspection is non-negotiable. Every few months, examine your cans for damage. Look for bulging, which indicates bacterial growth and gas production. Discard these immediately. Check for rust, especially along seams where integrity might be compromised. Examine for leaks or any signs of compromise. A damaged can isn't worth the risk. If you're working with limited space, vertical storage and stackable systems maximize what you can fit. Label everything clearly so you can find what you need quickly. Group similar items together, all beans in one area, all vegetables in another. When stress levels are high, the last thing you need is chaos in your pantry. Now, here's something critical that catches many preppers off guard: water storage. Many canned foods are high in sodium, which means you need adequate water to process them safely and stay hydrated. Don't just stockpile food, ensure you have at least 1 gallon of water per person per day stored alongside your canned goods. Dehydration in a crisis is a serious threat that proper planning prevents. And those manual can openers we mentioned, keep at least 2 in different locations, 1 in your kitchen, 1 in your emergency kit. Test them periodically to ensure they actually work. A broken or dull can opener when you need it most turns your entire stockpile into a cruel joke. While the 5 canned foods we've covered form your foundation, supplement them with variety. Add canned fruits for vitamins and morale. Include canned soups for easy meals. Stock some canned stews for variety. The goal is dietary diversity that prevents meal fatigue and ensures you're getting a broad spectrum of nutrients. Calculate quantities based on your household size. For a family of 4 planning for a 2-week emergency, you're looking at roughly 280 meals total. That's about 70 cans if you're averaging 4 servings per can. Scale up or down based on your specific situation and risk assessment. But beyond the practical steps, there's a mindset shift that separates those who thrive in crisis from those who merely survive. Preparedness isn't about living in fear or paranoia. It's about moving from anxiety to action. Every can you add to your stockpile is a decision you've made to protect your family. That's empowering. A well-stocked pantry provides genuine peace of mind. You sleep better knowing that if supply chains break down, if natural disaster strikes, if economic upheaval disrupts food availability, your family won't go hungry. That security is priceless. Start small if you need to. You don't have to build a year's supply overnight. Add a few extra cans to your shopping cart each week. Focus on the top 5 we've discussed. Build systematically rather than frantically. Set a goal, maybe a 2-week supply first, then a month, then 3 months. Progress matters more than perfection. Regularly assess and adjust your stockpile. Family size changes, dietary needs evolve, new information emerges about nutrition and storage. Your preparedness plan should be a living system that grows and adapts with you. And remember, this is just one piece of comprehensive emergency readiness. Food storage works alongside water storage, first aid supplies, communication plans, and all the other elements of being truly prepared. But it's a crucial piece that you can start building today. Let's bring it all together. The 5 canned foods that form your survival foundation are beans for complete nutrition and unbeatable versatility, salmon for omega-3 fatty acids and high-quality protein, mixed vegetables for dietary diversity and convenience, chicken for lean protein that's easy to incorporate into meals, and tomatoes for versatility and the flavor that prevents meal fatigue. These 5 are chosen based on nutritional value, versatility, shelf life, and overall survival utility. They work together to provide balanced nutrition, culinary variety, and the practical benefits you need when normal life is disrupted. Your family safety starts with the decisions you make today. Don't wait for the crisis to arrive, by then it's too late. Shelves empty in hours when people panic. Prices spike when demand surges. Start building your survival pantry this week. This week. Not someday, not when you have more time or more money. This week. If this video opened your eyes to what real preparedness looks like, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to Crisis Horizon and hit the notification bell so you're always ready for what's coming next. We're building a community of people who refuse to be victims of circumstance, who take responsibility for their own security and well-being. Share this video with someone you care about. Preparedness isn't selfish, it's the opposite. When you're prepared, you're not draining resources during an emergency. You're not adding to the chaos. You're part of the solution, and you might even be in a position to help others. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, at Crisis Horizon, we don't live in fear, we live ready.